Let go. Yeah. Don't know. Oh yeah.
It's the original Batman.
One time. It's a bad man thing. It's party, baby. VQs. Let go.
VQs.
I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane.
Hey you guys, it's me, Kandid Kamara, and I'm back with another video. So you guys, I'm not even gonna delay. We're just gonna jump right into it. This is a candid conversation. This is extremely candid, and whoo child, let's talk. So as you all have noticed, I fell off of my upload schedule. I'm supposed to upload on Tuesdays and on Saturdays, and I have not uploaded in 2 weeks, you guys. And let me just be like completely honest with you guys. It's because I got so overwhelmed. Okay, I have a lot of stuff going on right now, and it'll make sense by the end of this week. You'll be caught up on everything that has gone on since the last vlog. But like, I've had so much stuff going on, and in my mind I really thought that I was like acing it. I was successful. I've been killing the game, right? Because I was checking off everything on the day's to-do list, but I wasn't living. Like, I was literally in a 2 weeks worth of chaos. Things were getting achieved, you know, but it was such a hustle and bustle, and I started feeling like, yo, like I'm a robot. I couldn't even wrap a true emotion or connection into anything that I had done in the last 2 weeks. And that was really upsetting for me, because me as a person, I like to be present in everything that I do. You know, I want to feel present. I want to be emotionally present, physically present, mentally present. And I just found myself every single night at the end of the night just exhausted. So let's go back a little bit. So I've talked to you guys before in previous videos about how I was on depression medication at a point in time. And I'm not sure if I told you guys, but I also deal with insomnia. It started last year while I was living in Japan. I was just having a really hard time going to sleep. At first I was like reading books until I would just clock out at like 2-3 in the morning. And then I started noticing that I was continuing to just like keep going. Like, my mind was never settling down at night. And I know now that that is a form of anxiety. I have talked before about my depression and how my doctor diagnosed me with high functioning depression. So basically what that means is I can get everything done, but once I sit down and I'm still and like everything starts to slow down, I'm extremely overwhelmed. And that's when it hits me like, okay, you're really not okay. Like, I think that I'm well because I've achieved everything on my list for the day, but in actuality, it's just that I keep myself so busy so that I don't have to be present with whatever is currently going on, you know, and it don't even have to be anything bad. Just, I'm just not present in the day or the moment. I'm just checking off all the things that I need to get done. So, with that being said, for the last 2 weeks, I had run out of my sleep medication, and I had booked a doctor's appointment. After the first doctor's appointment, I missed it. I completely forgot about it. God honest truth, I forgot about the doctor's appointment. So I rescheduled another one. Well, by this point, my sleep was already starting to show itself to be real horrible. And y'all, I missed my doctor's appointment 4 times. I booked it 4 times and I missed it 4 times because I just could not for the life of me remember my doctor's appointments. And part of it was because I had not been sleeping very well. And I was just running on autopilot literally for 2 weeks straight, which is not good for somebody like me who does struggle with sleep. So I went to my doctor's appointment this past week, and I got some new sleep medicine. And it has helped me a lot. I'm feeling a lot more rested. However, I realized, you know, now that I'm sleeping more, I'm more cognizant about what things I'm doing effectively and which things I'm not. So that leads me into today's like topic for this candid conversation. So like, I think everybody knows what it's like to live and what it's like to exist. And like I said, I had just been existing. I was here, but I wasn't really emotionally connected with anything. And I mean, from motherhood to friendships, spiritually, I just was out of the loop. I was just getting done when I had to get done. Get my kids to school, get myself to work, do my homework. Oh yeah, and you guys, I was in my final 2 weeks of these 2 grad school classes. So it was crazy. It was it was just crazy. Like, you know, I'm writing paper after paper after paper. One class was 10 pages, one class was 8 pages. Like, I'm in school, I'm trying to raise my kids, I'm trying to go to work. Like, it was crazy. So I, you know, yesterday was sitting down and I realized, like, I am only existing. Like, I'm not living. And I started to look around and try to figure out where things had kind of gone astray in my life. And so within the 2 weeks with not taking my sleeping medication, I also noticed that I let my room become very cluttered. I'm a person that does not like clutter. I'm very neat about my home, but it's because it's what gives me clarity. My home being clean, being clear, being, you know, removed of chaos, my sleeping space being removed of chaos, because y'all know I'm staying at my mom's, but being removed of chaos is essential. Okay. He's trying to tell me that his uncle said he could watch TV in his room. And I'm not going to edit that out because this is real life. So yeah, I just realized that, you know, my room was becoming cluttered. So yes, I just kind of realized that, you know, my room was becoming cluttered. I was feeling very overwhelmed in my space. I started feeling like I had too much stuff in here. I was looking in my closets. My closets were just a hot mess. Everything just was kind of out of whack. My kids' closets were out of whack. It was just everything was in disarray, and I don't function well like that. I also noticed that I had completely fallen off of my schedule. I'm a person that thrives off of schedules. It helps me just to remember where I'm supposed to be, where the kids are supposed to be, and that we just get to and through everything like we're supposed to. And I hadn't been operating on a schedule. We were going to bed at whatever time. We were rushing in the mornings. You know, I wasn't cooking. We were eating out a lot. And I know that also just kind of makes you groggy as a person and internally in your body. I just was like, ugh, okay. So yesterday I was sitting down and I was just like, okay, Kamara, you're finished with your classes. So you need to use this weekend, instead of just laying around and doing nothing, use this weekend to get yourself organized so that you can be your most effective and healthy self. You know, I could take care of my wellness. So I spent my day yesterday decluttering, organizing, cleaning, getting everything fresh and free. I bought a new white bedspread. I have 2 other ones, you guys. I'm just in love with white linens, and I just wanted a new one. So that's a new comforter. Yeah, and I just, and I went and got a new happy planner, just to get ready for, you know, the next calendar year, because, you know, the planners usually come out in July and run you until the end of December of the following year. So I went ahead and bought myself a happy planner for July going forward, because my summer is extremely busy, and going into my school year next year is extremely busy as well, but we'll get into that in another video. But I did that, and then today I just decided that I was going to do something where I had to be present and I had to live. And in the middle of a pandemic, it's been really hard on my children. We've moved from one country to another country. There's not a playground in my mom's neighborhood. America has taken this pandemic a lot differently than other places. And though I am vaccinated, you know, my children are not. They're not even old enough, if I had wanted them to be vaccinated, which I don't. But they're not even old enough to get the vaccine if I wanted them to. So I'm very limited in what I can do with them outside of taking them to get snacks and treats and going to Target and Walmart and, you know, stuff like that. So Today, Leilani had asked me Friday if we could go and have a picnic. And so on Friday, I couldn't do it. Saturday, I was in here, getting everything together. And so I was like, okay, today we're going to go out and I'm just going to spend time with my children. And I'm going to be present with them. Transparent moment. Since I've been going back to work, it has been a lot harder for me, so I feel, to be present in all the different capacities of myself. And I feel like because I'm in a stage where I'm just trying to make something shake for me and my babies, I feel like they get neglected. And when I say neglected, I do not mean mentally, emotionally, physically. I just feel like sometimes they get what's left of me at the end of the day versus getting all of me because I am their mom. And I know that children are resilient. I know that they, get through things, they bounce back, but I don't ever want to be so worldly successful that I'm like spiritually, motherly, worth nothing, useless. I don't want to be so successful outside of the house, but in the home, my children are struggling, and they're not struggling at all. They haven't communicated anything to me like that. But just as a mom, you want to make sure that your kids are well. You want to make sure that you're giving your kids all that you can give them. And I just felt like they were getting the tail end of me. So today we went out, we had a picnic, we went and got ice cream. We went to the store, they got to pick out 2 toys. We came home, they got their baths taken. They're playing with their toys right now. We had dinner, and now, we're getting ready, to go into our work week. But I feel like because the only time that I was on my phone was if I was taking pictures of them, it just made it so that they had all of me. They had my attention. I had all of them. I got to just look at them and admire them and, just give them a part of me, or give them all of me. Nobody else needed me, and I wasn't giving myself to anybody else. I was only giving my attention and my focus to my children. And so I say all that to say that it's really important as moms, but as well as women, that we take the time that we need to be present with ourselves, be present with our families, be present at work, and whatever the different capacities that we are supposed to be present, that we take that time to do that. And I have decided that I'm going to be more intentional about what I'm doing with my time. And sometimes that may mean that I can't upload 2 times a week. I'm going to do my very best to schedule, and that was why I got my planner, to schedule everything out, so that I can be and adhere to all the things that I have, agreed to do. But I'm realizing now that I don't want to just be checking off boxes. I want to actually be well and enjoy doing the things that I do, and it not feel like a chore, So, I guess what I will end this off as is, what are some things that I plan to implement, to be effective? First thing first, I'm using that planner, baby. We're going to write out what it is that I have to do. I'm gonna make sure that I know where I'm supposed to be at what times, where my children are supposed to be. I'm going to utilize my planner. Also, I'm going to be intentional that I keep my space clean, that I keep my space organized, that I keep it light, that I keep it airy, that I also am mindful of my spirit, that I'm taking care of my spirit, that I'm being careful about what's around me and what I'm allowing to come into my space. It's just a real true level of intentionality. Another thing that I'm doing, which I've been avoiding saying on the vlog, is I am starting my weight loss journey again. My weight loss workout journey again. My workout journey never quite made it to YouTube, but I had a really good run, like where I was working out like crazy. You know, I was losing weight for the most part, you know, outside of my, you know, diagnosis with PCOS and all that. But I'm recommitting myself to getting focused, to being mindful of what I'm eating and what I'm putting into my body, fueling my body well. One of my new favorite things is chlorophyll water. And I think that might be another vlog that we do coming up. Just some of the things that I'm doing for health and wellness, physical health and wellness. And I'm just, you know, giving myself grace and navigating through this space of getting better and feeling better and living better and being emotionally and mentally better, you know? So that's really all I want to share with you guys today on the Candid Conversation. You probably will get quite a few uploads this week, just so I can get you caught up with everything that's going on. And then we can just start fresh and keep going. So I just, as always, wanted to come here and just be extremely transparent with you guys. Just be honest, and just to let you know that, like, you're not alone. I'm sure there's somebody that will come across this video and they'll be like, wow, like, I'm not the only mom that feels that way, or I'm not the only woman that feels that way, or a businesswoman, or, you know, somebody trying to juggle multiple hats at one time. You're not alone. And my channel is literally named Candidly Kamara because I wanted it to be such a pure, honest, transparent image of me. You know, I don't want to have some channel that looks so glorified and so perfect and it not be relatable. I know that my most effective witness, even in what God has called me to do, is to be myself, you know. And that's another conversation I want to have with you guys, like, about just being a woman of God, but being a woman of God that's called to a completely different lane of women than what some are called to, and how some may see you as radical, but really you're relatable. And that's exactly what God wanted you to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I know that it is, well, actually, it's not even really a vlog, this Candid Conversation. I know it was long, but you guys know, like, I like to keep it 100. I like to tell y'all the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And the last time that I did a car conversation, I got some amazing feedback. I want to shout out my loyal subscribers that keep rocking with me, that give me some of the most amazing encouragement on this channel. I don't know why, but sometimes the comments don't all show, but I have gotten some comments that have literally brought me to tears, like on videos like this.
Is the original
Just
bad
because
man.
people appreciate
one time,
honest
it's
conversation,
a bad man
appreciate, you know,
This body, baby.
real life.
Let's go.
I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane. I'ma do it like nobody can. And I'll give you all the things that nobody can. I'ma make you bounce like a hurricane. I'ma make your bed rock like a hurricane. I'ma do it like nobody can. And I'll give you all the things that nobody can. Hurricane, ooh, yeah. I want to meet you.